Hey, I'm going to go ahead and put up another video, this exact same one. Reason being is because the mobile keeps timing out. It's some problem with Google, so I'm just going to do the exact same video. It's going to be the exact same information. I'm not going to get rid of the old one because I don't want anybody's comments to disappear, and I don't want to have to write them down, and I don't want anybody complaining. So we're just going to do a new, it's the exact same video, but watch this one on mobile. Watch the other one. We can watch either one, but obviously this one is going to probably work better. Welcome to A Poor Millionaire. Today we're going to do two things. We're going to talk about not investing with random people off of Instagram, which should be a given, and we're also going to talk about the giveaway. Find out next. Welcome to A Poor Millionaire. My name is Curtis. This channel is all about wealth, getting motivated to become rich, and being motivated to become successful. If that interests you, please press subscribe, and if you're already a subscriber, welcome to my channel. We're going to do a lot of crazy different videos in the future. This month, we're kind of doing nothing but giveaways, so bear with me while I give away free money, and hopefully maybe you're going to be a winner. Today we had two winners. Today we've got, we're going to go ahead and run and see who wins that. All right, randomize who's going to win, and the winner is Mafia Finest TV. And we're also got the second winner. That'll be now. All right, let's find out who won. Randomizing. Who's going to win? Who's going to be? Paul Vasquez. All right, so those two guys I will contact by email, and it should be pretty easy. Both those guys look like they have YouTube channels, so it makes it super easy. If they followed the rules, they get the bonus. If they didn't, then they get the 20 or the 40. Anyway, guys, and then of course, if they're the original ones, so there won't be any additional. But guys, we're probably going to do the exact same deal. Let's do that again, because that was a pretty good one. Didn't get as many subs as I'd liked. I only got probably about, say, 55 subs. But, you know, something's better than nothing. I know, complaining about 50 subs, right? But, you know, it was 2 days, so that's 25 a day. Anyway, and I've obviously probably spent about 80 bucks. But whatever, you know, that's part of giving away free money. Guys, we're going to do the exact same giveaway, which is if you add a person, you get a bonus of 40. If that person wins, they get 20 and you get 20, and you can do it any way you want on that. Guys, brings me to my next thing. I just got a guy asked me on Instagram. He said, hey, I have some money and I want to invest. He's like, who do you know that will invest? He's looking for someone to invest his money, and he's basically asking me if I wanted to invest his money, and I'm like, no. And I was like, that is a horrible idea. And he's like talking about his family. I thought for sure that he was trying to commit fraud against me. And then I went and looked at his Instagram, and this is like a real guy with real kids, and there's a picture of his kids on Instagram, and he's like talking about his family, and he never came with a pitch. So that's how I ended up knowing that normally when somebody tells me something weird, at the end of it there's a pitch. They're like, oh, well, I know somebody, and they made all this money, and you should invest with them, blah, blah, blah. No, he never came with a pitch. And what I told him was right out of the gate, I said, do not invest with, I gave him a link to an article that says you'd be better to invest in an index fund on the stock market than to have someone manage your money. Now, obviously, there are managers out there that beat the market, but it's rare. So it's just easier to find a good index fund that does a little bit better than what the market would do for your basic investment. That's way safer, number one. And then number two is safer for the market, even if the guy who's contacting you on social media actually is a professional and actually going to invest your money, which I highly doubt. More than likely, it's fraud. More than likely, you're going to put money into his account, and he's going to take that money out, and then you're never going to see him again. All right, that's fraud. All right, so do not give money to random strangers on the internet. That's just, I don't know, that should go without saying, but all these guys, every day I get at least 2 or 3 guys who ask me on Instagram to invest $500 with them, and they'll make me like 10 grand or something silly. And I'm like, well, if you can make that kind of return, then why in the world do you need my 500 bucks? You know what I mean? But see, the problem is people are greedy. And when you're greedy, that's when you get conned. All right. If you're not going to be, if you think about it for a second, you let your actual mind think about it for a second. Why in the world would a guy who can take $500 and turn it into 10 grand need my 500? He needs my 500 because he's going to steal it. All right. So don't invest with random people you met on Instagram or really anywhere, even a YouTuber, guys. Don't invest with random people. Don't invest with anybody that you don't know where they live, and even then, guys, still, I mean, it's really hard. And even investing with friends and family, you gotta be very, 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 very careful. It needs to be a special circumstances, and you need to treat it like a business relationship. I have never invested with friends or family because it's too risky. There's too much risk involved. It's risk. Number one, there's risk whenever you do an investment. Every investment has risk, but then when you actually do it with a family member or you do it with a friend, then you've got all the other problems with that person. Because then they're like, if you lose the investment, then you feel guilty and you want to pay your friend back because you feel like you owe him money. When you don't, because the investment just went under and then everything went sour. And same thing, vice versa. He thinks you come to him thinking, hey, you need to give me my money back because we lost money together on this venture. And it's like, well, that's not how it works. So that's the reason why I think just investing with other people is problematic. Now, obviously, if you're gonna go out and flip houses and you are personally buying the house and you get a third party to put money down on it to flip a house, that's a whole different situation, right? And even in that situation, it can still go south, but it needs to be ironed out. What's gonna happen if the investment goes south? Well, what's gonna transcribe, and then that's the way it's gonna be. All right, which is every investment is dangerous, but obviously certain levels of investment. Do not, like I said, guys, do not fall for these people, these scammers on social media. Anybody who contacts you randomly and says, hey, I Forex trade, give me $500 and I'll turn it into 2,000. And you know what? Some of these scams work where you give them 500, they give you back 2,000, and then they ask for 10,000, and then you give them 10,000, and then that's when they disappear. So just because like they did work one time doesn't mean they're not going to scam you that for the big one. That's usually how the scam works, guys. You give them $5, they turn it into like $100, and then you give them the 2,000, they turn that into 10,000, and then you give them 100,000, and then they're done. They cash out. They take your money and run. So guys, don't give random people your money. All right, invest it in solid investments that you understand, that you own, that you legally own. Which legally own means that it's through a normal channel and it's registered with the state or something of that nature. Tangible items, not just random person you met on the internet. I mean, it goes without saying, I know most of you guys are sitting here going, who in their right mind would do that? Well, basically this guy who's contacting me, and I don't mean to beat him up. I mean, he's working hard. That's what he told me. He said, look, he's like, I don't have time to invest. I'm working hard. I got my family. I got my kids. And clearly, by his pictures, he's got family. He's got kids. He's working hard. He's got probably a blue collar job. He's working 80 hours a week. He's spending rest time with his family. He doesn't have time to figure out how to do money, and he's looking for somebody to invest in. Well, you talk to someone randomly on the internet and then you invest with them, you're going to lose your money. I mean, one way or another. Number one, you're probably going to find at best, you're going to find a moron, a guy invest your money, and then he's going to lose it all. And at worst, it's going to be someone who's actually out to steal people's money. And these guys are, and it's not some guy in the United States. It's some guy in a foreign country who's basically spent his entire career stealing from people in America because he thinks we're all super rich and he thinks it's his obligation to steal your money to feed his family. So these people, they're not. You think you're honest, everybody you met's honest, but that's not the way it is. There's a whole bunch of scammers on Instagram. They contact me every single day, guys. And pretty much anytime somebody's contacting you on Instagram and they want money, it's a scam. The only time somebody contacts you on Instagram, it's not a scam, is when they're just asking you to subscribe to their YouTube channel. In which case, you should subscribe to their YouTube channel and see if it gives you value. If it gives you value, then keep subscribed. If it doesn't give you value, then and it's my channel, then leave it on there. But if it's someone else's, then unsubscribe. All right, guys, we're going to do the exact same thing we did last time, which is you get a buddy, you get a bonus. If you win, you get a bonus. If they win, they get 20, you get 20. Exact same thing. We're going to go 2 days. We're doing the whole thing over again. I'll probably take another question or do a different video in 2 days. But I'm keeping this extremely short. It's been a rough couple days for me, but I'm still trying to get these winners out. I'm still trying to get them paid. I'm still trying to get videos out to you. I'm still trying to put out good quality content. Just some weeks, it's going to be a little short on the content. But I'm working hard to get it done. I'm working hard to get it out to you, and I'm working hard to make sure that the winners of these giveaways get their money, right? I want you to get your money. I want everybody to be happy, and I want everybody to win the giveaway. And try to get a buddy to subscribe. That way you can win next time, or he can win next time. And if he wins, you win too. So it works all the way across. Everybody's a winner. Guys, I really appreciate you tuning in, and I will see you in the next video.